to ship cargo transport. Of course, Nighthawk should land right on the stern of the vessel. And it looks like that boat is slowly getting out of the way over there. The aircraft carriers. We've seen sailboats get right in the way of these huge aircraft carriers, and they just have to blow their horn to get them out of the way. Some wakes after the LHA-6 goes by. Children should be in their seats. Captain's going to steer us into the wake. These are going to be big wakes. Children in their seats. Thank you. Adults, you can stand up. Just hold on to something. That should be the worst of it being over there, guys. So you can see the name America right there at the stern of the vessel. Now it's just because I've seen the LHA-6 before, but it has been months since I've seen this vessel. And just a beautiful photo op of it heading out, and that's naval security there. Healthy machine guns on our deck. You guys know not to wave. Have we learned nothing? Have we learned nothing? Now naval security is always out here, but they're a beautiful ship. Always feel safe here in San Diego. If you go down to the 32nd Street Naval Pier or Carrier Row. Sometimes we'll have the aircraft carriers. But this one probably came from 32nd Street Naval Pier. And as if we weren't having enough fun, here come the sea lions. Alright, so they're coming up on our right-hand side. Now these are very intelligent animals. They know the paparazzi's coming. Get your cameras and your smartphones ready. Wave hello and enjoy the show.
Good there, hon. Get up.
Dead fish. Yeah, I wish I could smell. And phosphorus. It's
Yeah,
I get up.
All right, here's our California Sea Lions having another tough, hard day of work here. Yeah. So sea lions are very fast. They can swim up to 25 miles per hour. They generally cruise on about 11 miles per hour. These guys are going about 0 miles per hour. Now, they're very exotic creatures, only found in the Rocky Pacific coastline of western North America and the Galapagos Islands of Ecuador. They're once spotted in the Sea of Japan, but since World War II, unfortunately, we don't get to see them there anymore. But you're in one of the 2 places in the world you can see them, hence their name, California Sea Lions. Notice how some of them look multicolored. That's because part of their body's wet and part is dry. When their body gets wet, the oil in their fur activates and it makes them that deep brown. Perfect example, a huge male in the corner there. His chest is all wet and his backside is all dried off. So when the rest of him dries off, it will be all chocolate brown. Females favor a lighter brown color. Now, these are not floating docks. These are bait tanks that go 15 feet under the water. And that smell you're getting is not just the sea lions, it's the sardines and anchovies inside the barges. That's sent to attract schools of fish for these seabirds and sea lions to eat. Here's a seabird called the California brown pelican, all curled up, keeping warm there. The black and brown birds you'll see out here are called cormorants or sea crows. They can dive 60 feet under the water to catch fish. Because unlike ducks, they don't repel water from their feathers, they absorb it. Here's another group of sea lions. Here's one posing for you. We got a couple of them in the water. Captain Charlie wanted you to see the water show going on over here. Alright, so yeah, now these are two males. They're trying to battle over territory on the barges. Their practice will have to be battling over the females in the harem system. One male of 5 to 8 females. There's a couple more males trying to get in on the act. But these two are like, no, this is my spot. No, this is my spot. No, this is my spot. Pretty much goes on for a while. And you can see they're pretty much of equal strength. So this is going for a while. Meanwhile, oh, round one is over. All right. Meanwhile, this one behind him is just like, well, I'm older and I'm more beautiful, so I'm going to print and pose for you guys. Oh, isn't it pretty? He's just strapped to it. Now look at those big whiskers on his face, right? Well, they're not whiskers, they're vibrissae. These sea lions can dive more than 2,000 feet under the water. It gets pretty murky down there despite their excellent eyesight and hearing. So those vibrissae detect predators or prey nearby. Here comes round two.
Possibility.
Right. He's sticking his head in, telling them, don't come up here. This is my barge. This is mine. Oh, you going over there? You think you're going to do it? Oh, yeah. There we go. They go, yeah, now I'm back here, now you're going off. Yeah. That's right. Bye. Told you this is the time to come. This is a generator shed for the light bulbs. That's a bench in front of the door there to keep the sea lions from wandering inside. Flipping the light switches on and off because of that's a problem. You'll see a whole bunch of cormorants with their wings spread out. They're bragging about how big the fish was they caught yesterday. The gray bird there's a great blue heron. Why is it not called the great gray heron? I don't know. I wasn't there when they named the bird. But there's blue feathers beneath its wings. That's one's got a thought on that. 5-foot wingspans. Let's see a lot of great blue herons until we get to the summer. A lot of cormorants out here. 7 different species of these sea crows. The grouping them called an improbability. And here's a sea lion. He's had enough with his family. He's like, I'm taking a break from those guys. I'm just chilling out for a while. Here's a little young sea lion. This sea lion's probably no more than 6 months old. What do you think, Captain Charlie? 6 months max. That's our baby sea lion, pretty much for the most part. Look at that. Look at that sound, Captain Charlie. I've never even heard one. They're just a very young barking. They're not even old enough to bark like dogs yet. And she just getting used to being a movie star. By the way, I have never seen a little baby sea like this make that sound on a tour. That's the first time. I've seen baby sea lions before, but this is the first. It's like it's trying to wake its mother up to do some nursing. So you'll have one male, 5 to 8 females. That female had this an 11-month gestation period, then birthed this cub on the barge or somewhere on land. They don't birth it in the water. And this one's just hanging out there. He's just like, okay. Hard to tell if it's male or female until they get older. That white bird there is a common egret. Old Glory across the way there. They bring kids out there, elementary school kids out to do to check out the sea lions. Don't worry, we're going to spend more time with the seabirds and sea lions, but part of the tour is showing you our submarine base. Coming up on your right-hand side, the white wall and the tree line, that's Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. 65,000 military souls buried on the other side of that wall. Some of the headstones date back as far as the Civil War. Now this is our submarine base here. It's home to 6 Los Angeles class nuclear submarines. I can only show you one. If you look at those right now, if you look at those 5 little white shacks to the left of it, you'll see a conning tower of a Los Angeles class nuclear submarine. It's got spikes coming out there. It's 360 feet long, crew of 134. A little bit more exciting, you'll see those gray cranes there on a gray structure that's submerged. Those have no predators, unlike land birds. They live about 20 to 30 years, all except that California brown pelican, the long-billed bird. They can live about 40 years long, about 3 times as long as your average canine. That's the first time I've seen a great blue heron hanging out on the mooring ball there, just chilling out there. You bird lovers on board. Now the great blue herons and egrets are much better at snagging a sardine and anchovy out of the bargee. Oh, and there's a little baby sea lion there again. Show stealer. And the babies are always the show stealers, right?
Want to see the baby? He's over there, look.
sea lion when it wakes up. Now, they sleep about 18 hours. So they get up, they do one of three things. They mate, they play, or they eat, and then they go to sleep for another 18 hours. It's really good work if you can get it. Captain Charlie's bringing us back to our main grouping. You can see a grouping of sea lions on the water, and this would count on these floating barges. You can call them a raft of sea lions. In colony on land, they're not referred to as prides. You can do African lions. By the way, this is a business called the Evringer Brothers Bait Company. 4 generations of the same family have been selling bait to sport fishermen 24/7. They do 12 to 16-hour shifts fishing for bait to keep all these bait barges filled up, as well as all 4 boats in their fleet. And after work, they like to relax by going fishing. That's what they like to do. It's a fisherman's life out here for sure. Now these sea lions are all pinnipeds, fin-footed creatures. That image you have of a circus seal in your mind balancing itself on a ball or bouncing a ball on its nose is in fact a California sea lion. The only sea lions without manes. Now we have the most endangered species in San Diego County, but fortunately our sea lions managed to stay off that list for a couple reasons. The pregnant females in the harems and the absence of predators in the bay. Hammerheads and great whites would eat them, but they stay out in the open ocean. We have no man-eating sharks in San Diego Bay. They only like women and children for some reason. I don't know why. Tough day, huh guys? Yeah. Wake up, guys. It's just the first show. Jeez. Already tired? These creatures are very good at thermoregulating. During the summer when we want to cool off by the pool, stick our feet in the pool, they do the same thing. They'll stick their fin in the water, but they're much more efficient about it. When they stick a fin up in the air like that one's doing, they're gathering heat into their fin to warm their body up. All right, Captain Charlie likes to give a full show here, so he's bringing us over to a few more sea lions at the other barges here. Give you a little extra sea lion time here. Another raft of sea lions. Got a big male here getting up to pose for us. Males can grow to 1,000 pounds and 7 feet long. Females cap off at a more svelte 250 to 400 pounds. But the male over here in the corner, he's only a few hundred pounds. They're pretty fast-running creatures. They can run as fast as you or I on land, but they pretty much spend their time on the barges in the water. All of these are wild sea lions, not to be confused with those raised at the Marine Mammal Training Center. And this is their kind of their summer home, their summer bait barge getaway from the other bait barge. Right now, check them out. So just a few here, just a few sea lions you can afford to come out here. All right, on your left-hand side, as we're saying goodbyes to our sea lions, you'll see what looks like a bridge next to Point Loma. It's actually our degaussing pier. Every 2 to 3 years, the Navy will bring each of their vessels and wrap electrical lines around the hulls and demagnetize them. So they want to attract enemy mines, modern day, or leftover from previous wars, cause hull breaches and multiple fake